So later in the economy, iron revolution has already taken place. Two things are available: axe and plow, iron plow. So what NCERT says? Birth of agricultural economy. Birth of agricultural economy. Evidences. Shatpat Brahman talks about plow ritual. Example, other than barley, archaeological and literary evidence of rice, which was called as brihi, wheat, lentils. Biggest thing, the upper class is shown as taking up the plowshare. Raja Janak, Balram, beginning of agricultural economy. Why? What? Why? How? Evidences. Upper class. Now today those the mechanics of computer are called as software engineer. TV mechanics are called as mechanics. Barber sitting on the roadside, they are called as barber. Where you give 50 rupees, 20 rupees for hair cutting, that person is called as barber. Those who take 2000 rupees for hair cutting, that is called as parlor. Whenever anything becomes a good source of revenue, upper caste don't hesitate to participate in it. Later on, when agricultural economy developed, agriculture became the job of Shudras, lower class. So first important development of this period was beginning of agricultural economy. Now, second thing, diverse arts and crafts. Why? There is no surplus, but now two sources of income. One is pastoral and other is agriculture. The source of income has increased. The source of income has increased means purchasing power has increased. This means there is a demand, and wherever there will be a demand, there will be a supply. So you will see metal workers, copper, iron. You will see weaving, monopoly of women. Four types of pottery. Four types. A person of subsistence economy, can he use four types of pottery? Most famous PGW, most commonly used redware. Prestigious items. Prestigious items. Example, glass. Manufacture of glass was learnt in Syria 1800 BC. So possibly it is a import. Now agricultural economy is born. Diverse art and craft is born. Agricultural economy is born. And diverse art and craft is born. So this prepared the ground for beginning of trade and commerce. Why? Agricultural economy plus diverse art and craft. Demand, supply. So Atharvaveda talks about bargaining. Bargaining is a very important feature of what? Trade and commerce. Presence of primitive towns. Hastinapur, Kaushambi. Hastinapur, Kaushambi. Precious metals. Nishk and Shatman. Used as exchange medium. And fourth, along with barter system, now a new development, precious metals, I told you. Precious metals, silver and copper, were used as medium of exchange. Economy. Later Vedic, rigveda. So Vedic economy. Finally, bus. This diagram. Rigvedic economy. Later Vedic economy. What is the turning point? 1000 BC. What? Iron Revolution. First feature, pastoral economy. Second feature, first feature, birth of agricultural economy. Birth. Diversification in crafts is missing. Diversification is missing, not crafts. Diversification is missing. Here, diversification in arts and crafts. Absence of what? Trade and commerce. Beginning of trade and commerce. Medium of exchange, barter. Main medium of exchange, barter. Along with barter and precious metals. Finally, you remember this? So this art of connectivity, if you learn this art of connectivity, and by God's grace, if you understand it, you will do revolution in your life, sir. Revolution. By God's grace, if you understand it, you will do revolution in your life. See? Simple. You will never forget it, never. Even if you take history as an optional, connectivity, concept, consolidation. What you were doing earlier, you are mugging it up. And this preparation has become such a big challenge for you. Second, Vedic polity. Second heading, polity. Formula from Jana to Janpad. Rigvedic polity, Jana. Later Vedic polity, Janpad. So first heading, Rigvedic polity. Rigvedic polity, Rigvedic. Rigvedic polity. Jana based polity. Jana based means tribal polity. Presence of tribes. Bharata tribe, Puru tribe, Now, absence of advanced administrative structure. Absence of advanced administrative structure because why? Neither requirement nor potential. Neither requirement nor potential. Why not requirement? It's a tribal polity. Tribal means people from one clan, one family. You create a court in your house, a police station in your house, not required. People of one clan, one family, plus not potential, subsistence economy. Subsistence economy. So, but then administration has to go on. Who will run the administration? Popular assemblies. Today also you see panchayats in villages, Sabha, Samiti. Vedat, Gan, Sabha and Samiti, prominent assemblies. Sabha and Samiti, prominent assemblies. Played a major role in electing the king. Whether related to social and cultural activities of the tribe, women were also present. Entire tribe was present. Then a general assembly for day-to-day work. But Now there was no police, there was no judiciary. Samites were doing all these things, but it was not an ideal society. Theft and all was a common phenomenon. Third, king was one among equal. One among equal. Was elected, but natural tribal polity is a war-ridden economy, subsistence, continuous wars. And when continuous war is going on, then the selection of a personality on all levels. See, Dhritarashtra was blind. Election. King was one among equal. Why one among equal? What is the spine for the power of the king? Army. And standing army was missing. King has to fight on the strength of his people. So when he has to fight on the strength of his people in his family, how he can be above them? So he was one among equal because there was no standing army and he was elected. Fourth, absence of standing army. Reason? Absence of taxation system. Taxation system. Although king got bali, that is voluntary gifts. Voluntary gifts. There was only one officer related to important officers: Rajan, Purohit, Senani, Vajrapati. And Vajrapati was the only officer. Important officers: Rajan, king, Purohit, Senani, Vajrapati. Related to pasture land. The only officer related to land, territory. This was the political structure of Vedic period. Political structure of Vedic period. (1000 AD). Sorry, 1000 BC, Iron Revolution. This Iron Revolution gave birth to agricultural economy. Now when economy will change, polity will also change. This led to the change in polity. So second heading, later Vedic polity. Later Vedic polity. Later Vedic polity. Jana turned into Janpad. State. Why? Agricultural economy. Now people can become stable. People can stay in one area. Important states. Kurukshetra, this area of merit and all, Kurukshetra. Who inhabited? Bharatas and Purus combined, and that became Kuru clan. in later Vedic period, and they became stable in this area. Panchalas, second important state. Bareilly, Badaयूं, Central Doab, Panchalas, famous for philosopher kings. Theologians and philosopher king, Panchalas. Then Kaushambi. And finally, Vedic. Mainly related to Raja Janak. So change in economy led to the change in polity. Second, increase in the status of the king. Rigveda king is a tribal king. He is one among equal. He is elected. But here, later Vedic king is the king of a state. Territory. And no one wants to leave the territory. So from here you will see beginning of principle of heredity. Hereditary principle starts. Plus, now you have to enhance the power of the king. He is ruling a territory. He is not a tribal king. Still, economy has improved, but it is not surplus. Still, you cannot maintain big armies. But you have to improve the power of the king. Who did it? Who did it? Rituals. The power of the king was increased through rituals. Rajasuyu. This was the ritual performed in front of the people to bring the shadow of God in him so that he can become the representative of God on earth. And now when he becomes the representative of God, there is no chance of people revolting against him. Because revolting against the king means revolting against God. Theory of kingship. Rajsu, Vajpayee. To show his supremacy on his relatives, family members. Chariot race, Ashwamedh. The horse will rotate in his entire territory to find out, is there any opposition? And anyone who stops the horse means he opposes. Either eliminate the opposition or fight, be defeated and leave the place. This was the second development. Increase in the status of king. So state-based politics, second development is increase in the status of king. Now, beginning of third point, beginning of advanced administrative structure. Beginning. Why? Requirement is also there, potential is also there. Why requirement? Now the king has to manage the state. Potential, beginning of taxation system. So you'll find the birth of the officer lobby. 12 Ratnas. King, Yuvraj, Purohit, Mahishi. Fourth, There was still no standing army. Still there was no standing army. But to fight, still there was no standing army. But now tribal units were mustered at the time of war. Tribal units were mustered at the time of war. Fifth, very important development. Birth of taxation system. Agriculture, economy, diverse art and craft, trade and commerce. Who was the officer? Sangrahetri. And the tribal assemblies were lost. Their relevancy came to an end, but Sabha and Samiti survived. Sabha and Samiti survived, but now they were dominated by Brahmins and the ruling class, Kshatriyas. And they were called as the twin daughters of Brahma. Who is Brahma? Creator. Now who is the creator of this newborn state system? Sabha and Samiti. So they can be rightly called as the twin daughters of Lord Brahma. Lord Brahma. Vedic polity. Formula from Jana to Janpad. Diagram. Rigvedic, later Vedic. Rigvedic, Jana based polity, tribal polity. Bharat tribe, Puru tribe. Now, here, Janpad, state, Kurukshetra, Panchal, Videha. Tribal assemblies for administration. Neither potential nor requirement. Here, 12 Ratnans. Potential is also gone. Requirement is also gone. Third, absence of a standing army. Here, tribal units are mustered as army. King was under the influence of tribal structure. King gets the power of a territorial boss. Rituals strengthen the power. Law of hereditary. Important officials. Purohit, Senani, Vajpati. Tribal assemblies lost their importance or transformed. Sabha and Samiti. Absence of taxation system, although Bali tradition was present. Bali means voluntary gift. Beginning of taxation system. Evidence, the tax collecting officer, Sangrihitri. What became the reason for this change? 1000 BC. Iron Revolution. What happened because of this Iron Revolution? Beginning of agricultural economy and trade and commerce. See how simple it is? See how simple it is. Sir, I tell you, you completed modern India, you enjoyed. When you will be done with ancient India, you will dance in your room. This is what you call studying. This is what you call studying. This is what you call studying. This is the way to study. This is the way to connect.